Hey everybody. So my name is Ariele Krantzow and I'm the outreach manager for Wix. And I work out of the Wix Lounge, and I have the pleasure of seeing several of you on a regular basis. And I'm really just going to go over the main items that you should always have on your website. So, and this, by the way, is a Wix website. You can also make PowerPoint presentation things. So number one is a great headshot. People want to know who you are, what you look like. You can replace a headshot with a video, with some sort of other version of photography, but you really just want to show people what you look like, have it be good quality, have it be relatively professional. This is a little bit more on the creative side, and that's totally fine. You don't just have to be standing against a white wall with here to here and just a smile on your face, but you don't want it to be a photo that you've cut someone else out and your arms around someone and you look like you're a little bit drunk from that party last night. You really want it to be something where you've put yourself together and how you're going to represent yourself professionally, because your website is about your professional online presence. It's all about getting a job, networking, all of that. The next thing you want to put on your site is contact information. I can't stress this enough, how easy you need to make it for people to contact you. People look at so many websites, especially when they're looking to hire people, that if it's not simple to contact you, they're just going to skip right over you. And there are several ways that you can do that. Number one, you can see here, there's just a screenshot of, I think, a great website. But having your phone number, email address, if you have any other sort of contact information, and having a contact form, you want to give people any sort of way to contact you. So whether they want to fill out that contact form or they want to email you or they want to call you, let them reach out to you as they prefer. The next thing on the list is your resume. You want to have a downloadable version of your resume and actually have your resume on your website, and not just a JPEG image of your resume. You want to actually type out your resume within the text of the website. You don't just want it to look like something that you pasted on there. You want it to look like it's part of your website. And then you also want to just have a link, a button that says download my resume, and just have a PDF version of your resume along with that. You want, again, to give people all the options that they might want for that. Also, having a bio. Here I wrote or, but it really should be and. You want to actually have something to say about yourself, your history, what you've done, if you're just getting out of school, what you majored in, what you're hoping to do with your career. And people will get a sense of who you are just a little bit. And all this website is really for people to get a sense of who you are and what you've done. The next thing is examples of your work. If you are a creative, it's a little bit more simple to say, oh, I can just put my portfolio up here. I can put, pictures of things that I've made. If you're a musician, have music that you've created. If you're a writer, have writing examples. You really want to just show, not just here's a resume, here's things that I've done. You want to actually show them, this is what I've done, and this is how awesome I am. Social media is the next step. You want to link to all of your professional social platforms. If your Facebook is just personal and you have pictures that are really just for your friends, do not link to your Facebook from your website. Think about linking to your Twitter. Think about your LinkedIn. Think of other places where you show your work professionally. there you can actually link to and show them even further. You want to see more of what I've done? Here's this, here's that. Your website should be a home for everywhere else that you are online. And then of course, the last thing is make it mobile friendly. You want to make sure that your website looks great on a phone. It needs to look as good on a phone as it does on your desktop, because so many times people are just checking their email, they get a link to a site, and they're on their phone, and if your website looks awful on a phone, they're not going to consider you any further. So always make sure to check how your website looks on a phone and look at a couple of different phones. So say, you know, is there something wrong with the way that it looks on an Android versus an iPhone? Most likely not, but it's just good to know if there's something for you to address it. That's really it. These are the, was that 5, 6? It was 5 and then I added mobile. So 6 things that you should definitely have on your website. Also, just an example. Just because I never show it to anybody, but on the side, I also do graphic design, and I've made a website that I haven't really redesigned in about a year, which means that it's time to redesign it again. And the basics is just that everything is really easy to find. My social media is at the top because I want people to see what I'm doing elsewhere. And that's really just it. It's simple, it's clean, it's not complicated, it's not over-designed. It's just clean enough for someone to say, okay, this is what you do, I get it, and move on. And great. So again, my name is Ariele, and I'll be around the rest of the night to answer any of your questions about your website, about your online presence, anywhere else. Thank you so much.